Hi everyone, welcome back to another class of pronunciation in use, unit 36. Today we talk about auxiliary verbs. So there's this question here. What do you think? What do you think? So what do you think? Pay attention to how I pronounce it. What do you think? What do you think? So as you can see, the stress is more on what and think. Yes? So stress is not on auxiliary, which is do, or pronoun, he, she, I, you. Stress is not on those things. Stress is on WH word. Hi sweet, hi Nahid. And stress is on the main verb, which is think. Now it could be study, so I say, what do you study? What do you study? So the WH word and the main verb are getting the stress, and we talk about that here. Now let's take a look at this one. The WH word is here, and the main verb is here. So these two parts get the stress. For example, what do you think? Da 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 da. What do you think? Right? What do you think? So stress is not on do and you. Stress is on main verb and WH word. Now this can change. Let me give you another example. Take a look at this example. Let me write this. What do you study? So again, this is another example in that format. The WH word is stressed. Usually, auxiliaries don't get a stress. Pronouns, he, she, they don't get a stress. Study, that's the main verb, so it gets the stress. Da 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 da. What do you study? What do you study? Now, it can change. Let me give you another example too. What are you looking for? For is not the main verb there. So again, stress is on the WH word and on the main verb. This is a very common pattern to pronounce the questions. What are you looking for? Hey, what are you looking for? What are you asking for? So you see, again, WH word, again, the main verb gets the stress. And this is not always, but this is a very common pronunciation pattern. So I say, what are you looking for? Or what do you want? Like this. Hi, teacher Kalani is here. Great teacher from ILI. I follow him. It's great to have him on the live. He's also an ILI English teacher, so we're actually colleagues. Okay, so now let's listen to some more examples here. Let me see if I can play this for you.
B74. What do you think? What do you think?
Where do you live? Where do you live?
What does she mean? What does she mean?
Where does he work? Where does he work?
What did he say? What did he say?
Why did you go? Why did you go?
Yeah, again, you see stress is on the bold parts. WH word and the main verb. Okay. Now it says other auxiliaries are also in this format. I mean, it doesn't have to be does or do or did. It can be like, can, have, all of them. For example, here you see what will he do? What will he do? Or for example, here again, what have I done? What have I done? Or where's she been? What can you see? Again, you see the parts written in bold are getting the stress, which are the main verb and the WH word. And here what's interesting is sometimes, for example, here you might not really hear this he. If there's no he, you don't hear that, maybe. Especially in fast speech, they don't say what will he do. So you might hear what will he do? What will he do? Will he means will he. Or here, again, you might not hear this he sound. So what have, no, you might hear what have. What have. A little maybe faster. What have I done? What have I done? Or here, again, you might not hear the he. What is she been? Sorry, where's she been? Where's she been? But this one, no, it's all pronounced. So let's listen to this one too. Again, you see a lot of fast speech here where the stress is and the pattern, of course.
B74. What? B75. What will he do? What'll he do?
What have I done? What have I done?
Where has she been? Where has she been?
What can you see? What can you see?
So yes, you don't have to, use fast speech, but you have to understand when others do. Why did you go there? How to pronounce this? Why did you go there? Yeah, again, did you doesn't get the stress. Why gets the stress? Go gets the stress. Why did you go there? And again, I always told you, this book is talking about, the general cases. If it's like you are exactly talking about there and you want to say, why did you go there and not here? For example, why did you go to his house, not my house? Then there gets the stress. Why did you go there? But usually, why did you go there? Why did you go there? It can change, but basically this is a common pattern. WH and main verb get the stress. And you can change that did you to did you. Why did you? Why did you go there? Now let's take a look at some more examples. Sometimes, I told you auxiliary verbs don't get the stress. Auxiliary verbs, for example, where does he go? At the beginning of the book, we said the stress is not on the auxiliary verb like does or can. So the where does he go? However, when your auxiliary is negative, it is stress is on that. For example, he doesn't go anywhere. Now here, the negative form gets the stress. So let me pronounce it again. Where does he go? He doesn't go anywhere. Another example. The positive format can doesn't get the stress. What can he do? What can he do? But then when it's negative, it gets to stress. He can't do anything. He can't do anything. And also in the short answers, you see that at the end they get the stress. An example is like this. So here I say, can you speak? Stress is not on can, it's just a question. Can you speak? But then when you want to answer, you say, yes, I can. That is strong again. At the end of your short answers, they get strong again. You pronounce them louder. So let's listen.
B76.
Yes, I do.
I don't know.
Yes, I will.
He won't say.
Yes, I have.
I haven't done it.
Yes, I can.
I can't help.
B7.
So yes, in these formats you see these auxiliary verbs get the stress because they are in negative form or they are at the end of your short answer. So if there's any question, you can type it. We're almost getting close to the exercise part, I guess. There's one more part and then we get to the exercise part. Okay, so if you don't have question, maybe I can ask you a question. So what do you think about these two sentences? Which one is correct, pronunciation wise? So what do you think, A or B? A says he isn't happy. B says he isn't happy. B, it depends, but what do you think according to what I said? The normal case. Good Nahid. A is better in a normal case. Usually we say he isn't happy because that's the auxiliary verb and it's negative. Yes. So let's see. Hi Hamid, welcome, good Lale. The next part, it wants to get even faster. What that means is, we said, for example, where does he study? Okay, and then we said, we start like da, 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 da. Where does he study? Now you want to get even faster and you want only 3 syllables. You want to make it 3. Of course, you can't do much with the stress part because you can't change the stress part. But the part that is not a stress, you can kind of put them together and just make it like 1 syllable. Do your best, see what comes up. Maybe you can do something like this. Put them together and it might sound like this. And then you see that you turned those 4 syllables into just 3 syllables. And now it's even easier to pronounce it. So I'll read the first one. Where does he study? Now I'll read the second one. Where does he study? Where does he study? So, yes. We are trying to make it even faster, kind of blend the two unstressed parts. And here you see more examples. Look at here. Instead of saying what do you want, we say do you. Kind of mix them. What do you want? Let's listen and see how that pronounces it. What is that? Okay.
B77.
What'd you want?
What's he do?
Where have you been?
Where'd he go?
Where did he go means where did he go. So you see, they can get really short, these two parts that are not stressed. So you don't say where have you, you can say where have you. Where have you been? What does he do? It might differ, but basically you try to put them together and make it even faster. So now it's the exercise part. Here you should listen and tell me what you hear. Basically, the stress is going to fall on the WH part and the main verb part. But there are some unstressed parts, maybe one, maybe two, that are not easy to detect maybe. Because they're not pronounced that, loud, let's say. So let's listen and see if you understand what they say.
B78. Example.
What did he do?
1.
Where do they live?
So you can type what you heard. Let's listen again.
1.
Where do they live?
One.
Where do they live?
You can just make a guess. Did he?
One.
Where do they live?
It's not really clear, but I think did he is not bad. Is there no Hamid, because it doesn't make sense where is they live. It's a question and there's a pronoun and usually an auxiliary. Did he? Yes. Yeah, I would say did he. That's more like what we need here. But it's really fast. I mean, where did he live? Where did he live?
2.
1.
Where do they live?
They, I didn't hear they. It could be you too. Maybe where do you live? Where do you live? But I just hear some did maybe.
1.
Where do they live?
So we can check it. Let's keep it here. Maybe we can check it at the end. Let's go to number 2.
2.
What did she say?
2.
What did she say?
Live.
2.
What did she say?
I think this one was easier. Asghar good, Elahe good. What did she say? Yes.
Live.
2.
What did she say?
3.
Where'll they work?
3.
Where'll they work?
What? I didn't understand that at all. What was it?
Three.
Where'll they work?
It's so crazy. I don't know what they're doing. Why do they do that? They have to slow down a bit.
What did she say?
3.
Where'll they work?
Will I? Will they? Something like that. Where will I work, or where will... Okay, this is will they. No, I didn't really hear did. Oh man. Or this is they, will they. Okay, so I will write will they because two people said will they. Then we'll check again.
4,
What did you see?
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 Four.
What did you see?
Yeah, I think did you is good for this one. What did you see? Good.
5,
Where have they gone?
5,
Where have they gone?
Pay attention to gone. When we have gone, we need have or has.
5,
Where have they gone?
See?
5,
Where have they gone?
Hi Puyan. Good Rahela. Where have they? Good Barisi. Where have they? Where have means where have. Where have they gone? Where have they gone? This is present perfect. Maybe if you don't know this, that might make it hard for you to get it. But if you know present perfect, it shouldn't be hard. Where have they gone? Good. Nahid Puyan Hamed. Yes. Good. Bar 0 Hele. Nice. Let's go to next part.
Six. Who did we meet? 6. Who did we meet? 6. Who did we meet?
Yes. Lale Puyan Barizi Rahele Nahid. Good. Hamid, yes. Hamed, yes. Didi, who did he? Who did he meet? Oh, sorry, we. Who did we meet?
7.
Where will he sit?
Good Allah.
6. Who did we meet? 7.
Where will he sit?
Did we meet? 7.
Where will he sit?
What? Sish? What do you think, guys? Help me out. I just heard something like sish.
6. Who did we meet? 7.
Where will he sit?
8.
Oh, I really hear sish. I don't know. J. Kishtkar says, will we? Will he? Oh my god, I'm not really sure what this is saying. But let's write what you guys say. Where will she sit? She or you? You? Okay. Or we maybe. Let's write you, but I think I also hear some she too, so maybe it's she.
6. Who did we meet? 7.
Where will he sit?
Oh my god, it's really sish. I don't know. I think there's a mistake here. Let's go to number 8.
8,
When will it end?
7,
Where will he sit?
8,
When will it end?
Yes, this one was better. When will it end?
9,
Where have you been?
6. Who did we meet?
7,
Where will he sit?
8,
When will it end?
9,
Where have you been?
Rahila says, have you? Barzi, have you? Puyan, have you? Lale, Lahe. Lahe, please, Lale, have you? I think it's have you, yes. Where have you been?
7,
Where will he sit?
8,
When will it end?
9,
Where have you been?
Now please answer 10. Where have you been?
10,
Who has she asked?
7,
Where will he sit?
8,
When will it end?
9,
Where have you been?
10,
Who has she asked?
Who has, I think, is what I heard. Who has? Because of asked, it has to be has. Or maybe have. But has is better because I heard has. She has. Has she? It's the question. Who has she? Who has she asked? Who has she asked? Yes? Did she know? Because did she ask? Because asked. So who has she asked?
7,
Where will he sit?
8,
When will it end?
9,
Where have you been?
10,
Who has she asked?
But basically what's more important is that you put the stress on the sides, okay? That's what makes you sound better, okay? Please put the stress on the sides. Who did we meet? Where did you go? What did you do? What are you looking for? Are you going? Are you coming? Are you helping? Like this. Where did you go? What did you buy? What did you eat? What did you say? I mean, the stress pattern is more important actually than that part that we are filling in. Let's check our answers anyway. Let's see if we can check our answers. This is 82. Should go 36. Yes, we don't know what we did. But basically the important lesson is we learned the pronunciation. Let's see what we did. Where did he live? Oh, so it's where do they live, not where did they. So the first one is a mistake. What did she say? The second one is okay. Where will they work? Okay. What did you see? Okay. Where have they gone? Good. Who did we meet? Good. Where will she sit or whatever? Where will he sit? Okay, so that's a mispronunciation anyway. Because I remember the she's, not he sit. Where will he sit? Where will he sit? That's how I would pronounce it. Where will he sit? Anyway, when will it end? Where have you been? Who has she asked? Good. All of them correct. There's just one she's, I don't know, that we got wrong. And the first one, do they live? Not did he live. Do they live? But because the pronunciation was bad, I'm not gonna repeat the audio because you will be lost. Basically, I think you learned the important lesson anyway. So let's go to the next part. Here you look at the questions, you look at the answers, and you should give me a question. For example, when the answer is I'm a doctor, then the question is, hey, what do you do? And the stress pattern is da 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 da. What do you do? Yes? So, give me the question. Write the question for the answers. For example, number 1, the answer is I live in Kingston, Jamaica. So what is the question? I want you to write the question and then say it. Say it out loud with this pronunciation. What do you do? What do you eat? Okay, with this pronunciation, say it out loud if you can. When you write it, try to read it in your mind, following the correct pronunciation. Lola said, where do you live? Good pronunciation. I didn't hear her, but I think she was good. Where do you live? Puyan, I hope you pronounced it right. Where do you live? Where do you live? I think you did. Rahele Nahid. Elahe, good. So all the people who typed, read it out loud. Where do you live? Where do you live? So where and live. Same pattern. Where do you live? Next one, number 2. Good Keshtkar Puyan, yes. Pattern is this. Where do da 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 da. Where do you live? Where do you live? Rahela says, where do you work? Yeah, that's good. Puyan says, are you married? Good. That's also good. So, where do you work? Just try to get this pattern. Where do you work? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Where do you work? Are you married? Good. So you can say, are you married? So this is like this. Are you married? Dada dada. Are you married? You know, the second one, it comes from my knowledge of word stress. You should know that the stress is on ma, not on read. So married, that's where it comes from. I understand that it is, are you married? Are you married? Are you single? However, if the word was upset, I would say, are you upset? It would sound like this. Are you upset? Because upset, stress is on set. That's different. But for married, I know stress is on ma. Are you married? Good. Number 4, Keshtkar says, what do you teach? What does he teach? Maybe Keshtkar. What does your husband teach? What does your husband teach? But I want to make it short, pronoun and auxiliary. So what does he teach would be better. Or what does he do? Yes, all of them. What does he teach? Or what does he do? Again, try to get this pronunciation. What does he do? What does he teach? Where does he go? What does he eat? Like this. Number 5. Oh my god, how many? Somebody please write 5. Somebody write 6. Somebody write 7. Because it takes a lot of time. It's already 8:40. What does he do? Good Puyan. That's number 4. Number 5? No, number 5 you should start with when. Because it says I met him when I was on holiday in Florida. And you want to say, okay, when, you should ask like this. Where do you go? No, where do you go is everywhere. Is every day. Where does he work? Where does he teach? Good. Where does he teach or where does he work? That would be good. Where does he work? Or where does he teach? Number 6. I met him when I was on holiday in Florida. When did you meet him? Good Puya. When did you meet him? And we got married in 1999. What name is his school? You can say what is the name of his school. But that gets long. I don't want long. I just want auxiliary do, did, you, and these things. I don't want long questions. Where is the Grove Secondary School? Yeah, that's good. But again, it's long. Here we're working on auxiliary and pronoun. Do you, does he, did he, can he, will he, like this. When did you get married? Good Barisi. When did you get married? You can pay attention to pronunciation. When did you get married? When did you get married? When did you get married? Now we can check our answers. Good job everyone who typed. I didn't have time to read all of your names, but you all did a great job. Now let's check.
B79.
What do you do?
I'm a doctor.
Where do you live?
I live in Kingston, Jamaica.
Where do you work?
I work in the university hospital.
Are you married?
Yes, I'm married. My husband is a teacher.
What does he teach?
He teaches history and geography
Where does he teach?
at the Grove Road Secondary School.
Where did you meet him?
I met him when I was on holiday in Florida.
When did you get married?
We got married in 1999.
So all of them basically correct. Just this one again, it's correct, but it said teach here. Where does he teach or work? They're both fine, but yes. Where have you met? No, because the answer is I met. The answer is not I have met. The answer is I met, I went, I bought, I saw. So what did you buy? What did you see? You can say where have you met him, and you can say I've met him since. I mean, present perfect is not good now because it's exact time and place. So past, simple past would do better. The last exercise. There is a computer program that fails to properly transform speech into text. Now, there are a lot of engineers who put these programs together, but there are some bugs and errors. The computer program fails to properly transform speech into text. And the reason is people don't speak like a computer. I don't say where do you work. That is an awesome case for a computer to digest and understand, but that's not how people speak. So the computer fails. And now we have to say where the computer fails. For example, I told the computer, hey, what did you mean? Or what do you mean? But the computer typed this for me, but this is not what I wanted the computer to type for me. So the computer should have typed, do you. This is a no. Yes? What do you mean? I wanted the computer to write this for me, but the computer didn't do that. Because I said, what do you mean? What do you mean? Now, let's go to number 1. How can you fix the problem here with the computer? We can also look at the pronunciation. This might not be easy. You have to think a little. Number 1. What is the problem with this computer speech recognition? Also pay attention to the word told. It is not tell. So you can't say do or did. It has to be something else because it's told. When it's told, it means it is have or has. Yes? For example, who has she told? Or who have they told? One of them. Because it's told. Rahila says have you. Who've you told? Okay. Mariam says will have. Mariam, will have is not grammatically okay. Who will have told? Maybe it's okay grammatically, but you don't see any le, Mariam. There's no le. So you can't say will. There's no le in the pronunciation. The pronunciation is this. Ve, ye, and a. Huvya. Huvya. Hi, Ekran. Who have told you? No, told is at the end, Puyan. No, it says have you. Nahid and Royle good. That's exactly have you. I mean, the speaker said this sentence. But the speaker is not a robot. The speaker doesn't say who have you told. The speaker says who've you told. Who've you told. Who've ya. That's ve and ya. Who've you told. So that's why the computer didn't understand it. Let's go to number 2. Oh, this one is crazy. I have no idea. What do you think? What is this? What did the person say? What did they say? Good Boris. No, he says did he. What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? Do he? No, Mariam. You have to say does he. But again, you see no ze, so it doesn't work with does he. Do he is not grammatically fine. You have to say did he. Yes, did he is good. I think it's did he. So it's did he, probably. What did he say? What did he say? Or what did he say? What did he say? That's so fast. I would say what did he say or what did he say. But anyway, let's go to the next one. When start. Borizi says it is when did I. What did I say? I don't think so, Borizi, because if you have I, then you have to say the second D too. What did I? What did I? What did I say? But you don't have the second D, so it's probably he. What did he say? What did he say? Very quick. But we'll check it. Thank you for the comment. Who did he say? There's no who here, it's when. And it's the start. When did you start? Mariam says. Laura says, when did you start? Puyan says, when do you start? Rahale, do you? Nahid, did you? Oh, this seems to be what did I say? Controversial question. Do you or did you? I don't know. I would go for do you, but then we will check. I think it's do you. When do you? When do you start? I mean, if it was did, I would prefer to say when did you start? I would add some j sound, and you know the j sound is not like this. The j sound is like this. This is the j sound, but we don't have it. So I think it's do you, but we'll check it. And number 4, where's the gun? Where's the gun? What does it mean? Where's the gun? Good Puyan. Where has he gone? It is has he, but it's so fast. This is where's the gun? Where's the gun? No, he also says has he, okay. Number 5, how do. What do you think about it? How did you do? How has he do? Good Lale. How has he gone? Where is he gone? Where has he gone? Do you? How do you do? Okay, Puyan says how did you do? Mariam says how do you do? So which one is right? Now it says how do you do? How do you do? I think it sounds better, Puyan. How do you do? Because again, if it was did, I would prefer to say how did you? How did you do? And j sound is not here. Rahale also says do you. So let me write do you and then we'll check. This was the last exercise we did. I think that was a useful lesson, but a little hard. So it's important that we check our answers because we all make mistakes, yes? Let's see. So, where do you live? What? Oh, sorry, that's number 3. Okay. Who have you told? Who've you told? Good. What did he say? Good. When do you start? Good. Oh, where's the rest? So there are basically 5. Where has he gone? Good. How do you do? Good. We answered all of them correctly. We got them all right. Nice. So that was Unit 36, Pronunciation and Use Level Intermediate. Today we did this lesson. It was an amazing lesson, really useful, both for understanding native speakers and if you are interested in speaking fast, this is a real must for you. Thank you for watching. I'll stop recording and I'll share it on my Telegram. If you're watching this from my Telegram, our lives are on Mondays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. This is the time. I think I might have to change the time, maybe, you know, next, I don't know, when the classes start, like 2 weeks later. But if I have to change the time, I will tell you. Basically, for now, it's Mondays and Thursdays, 8 p.m.